The mainstream media has been incessantly pushing the narrative of global warming, often to the point of hysteria, and it's essential to examine the underlying motivations behind this phenomenon. The notion that human activities are causing the Earth's temperature to rise, resulting in catastrophic consequences, has become a widely accepted truth. However, a closer look reveals that the mainstream media's aggressive promotion of this agenda may be driven by a desire to control the narrative and shape public opinion. One possible reason for the media's fascination with global warming is the opportunity to manipulate public perception and sway people's behavior. By creating a sense of urgency and fear, the media can influence individuals to adopt certain habits and support specific policies that align with the interests of powerful elites. This can include advocating for renewable energy sources, reducing carbon emissions, and implementing policies that restrict individual freedoms. The media's constant bombardment of alarming headlines and dramatic visuals can create a sense of panic, making people more susceptible to the idea that drastic measures are necessary to mitigate the supposed threat. Furthermore, the mainstream media's control of the global warming narrative allows them to dictate the terms of the conversation and silence dissenting voices. Anyone who dares to question the prevailing wisdom on climate change is quickly labeled a denier or a skeptic, and their views are dismissed as unfounded and unscientific. This kind of censorship prevents a genuine debate from taking place, ensuring that the media's preferred narrative remains unchallenged. By marginalizing opposing viewpoints, the media can create the illusion of a consensus, making it seem as though the science is settled and that any disagreement is akin to denying gravity. The media's motivations for promoting the global warming agenda may also be driven by economic interests. The transition to renewable energy sources, for example, promises to be a lucrative industry, with massive investments and profits to be made. By hyping the threat of climate change, the media can help create a market for green technologies and sustainable products, which in turn benefits the corporations and individuals who have a stake in these industries. Moreover, the media's focus on global warming allows them to divert attention away from other pressing issues, such as economic inequality, social justice, and government accountability. Another factor to consider is the role of governments and international organizations in shaping the media's narrative on global warming. The United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) is often cited as the authority on climate science, but its reports and findings are frequently selectively presented to support the predetermined agenda. Governments and international organizations have a vested interest in promoting the idea of global warming, as it provides a justification for increased regulation, taxation, and control over individuals and businesses. The media, in turn, serves as a willing accomplice, amplifying the warnings and prescriptions of these organizations to create a sense of urgency and legitimacy. In conclusion, mainstream media's relentless promotion of the global warming agenda appears to be driven by a desire to control the narrative and shape public opinion. By creating a sense of fear and urgency, the media can manipulate individuals into adopting certain behaviors and supporting specific policies that align with the interests of powerful elites. The media's control of the narrative also allows them to silence dissenting voices, creating the illusion of a consensus and marginalizing opposing viewpoints. Ultimately, the media's motivations for promoting the global warming agenda may be rooted in a combination of economic interests, government influence, and the desire to shape public perception and behavior. As consumers of information, it is essential to approach the media's narrative on global warming with a critical eye, recognizing the potential for manipulation and seeking out diverse perspectives to form a more nuanced understanding of this complex issue.